Good morning, guys. Yesterday we did no DIY. We had a nice chill day, went out and actually did some fun stuff. Today we're gonna be a little bit productive. So I'm gonna show you in a minute. We have a massive pile of trash outside our lounge window at the front of our house. I feel like it may be getting to the point where the neighbours are like, clear it up. And obviously we want to clear it up anyway. So we've actually ordered a skip bag. I'll show you in a minute. It's like over there. So first port of call today, we are going to be filling up the skip bag. We are then going to be popping to B&Q. Isn't that right, Steve? Are you still here? I'm in the bedroom. He's left. So yeah, we're gonna pop to B&Q. I ordered some sheer curtains because in case you guys haven't seen before, we have this ginormous window in our lounge. Where we are is super private. We've had no curtains for the last few weeks and it is super private, but it would just be nice to have something up just for in the evenings when we're sat here watching TV. So yeah, gonna clear up some rubbish. We're gonna do that. I don't know if Steve's gonna have time to mow the lawn. We've actually been invited over to one of our neighbours like later on for some coffee and stuff. So we need to just get on with stuff and be productive before that happens. And then this week we've got some stuff going on. We've got, hopefully, today's Sunday, so hopefully tomorrow the guys are gonna come and make a start on the kitchen. Oh, I've got another cabinet that I need to build. Oh, I should probably do that today as well. Yeah, so they're gonna make a start on the kitchen tomorrow. Tuesday we're having our tree surgeon come to trim our oak tree, which it's a difficult one because obviously it's like a protected tree, and we've had a survey done on it, and the survey says how much should be trimmed, and that gets approved by the council. So we've got all the approval for it and everything. So he will just be cutting off the exact amount it says in the survey, and it's really difficult for me to comprehend what that's going to look like. But I'm hoping they're going to trim quite a bit back because now the leaves are on the tree. In the morning, it blocks out a lot of sun in the garden. Not the whole garden, I'm being a little bit dramatic, but it would be nice to have more sun in the garden. Before all the leaves appeared on the tree, it was like super sunny in the garden, so it'd be nice to get a bit of that back. I'm waffling on, and then Thursday, Friday, we're having stuff done to the roof. I went through a bit of a planning video a while back, I'll link it again, but we said that we're actually getting our roof coated. So the roof is covered in moss. We're having it cleaned on the Tuesday. So there's a team of people gonna come and jump up there and basically come with special jet washy stuff and wash all the moss off, and they put like an anti-moss treatment thing on it. And then I think Friday they're gonna come back and put a coating on it. I'm really nervous about this because I don't know anyone who's had this done. I've seen loads of reviews online, it seems to be really good, but basically there's nothing wrong with our roof, so why would we replace it? We definitely want to clean off the moss because it's not great. It looks bad, it's not great for the roof, all of that jazz. But we don't like the colour and the look of the roof, so the coating should hopefully help address that. But it's much cheaper than getting a roof done, and it comes with like a 10-year guarantee and everything as well. So that is the plan for this week. We're having loads going on. To be fair, we're not really doing much this week, like DIY wise, are we?
No, not at all.
Which is really nice for us to have people like come in and do stuff for us. Obviously money, but yeah, it's nice. So yeah, stuff is finally starting to come together. Once the kitchen is in, like the units are in, we can start laying the floor. So we need to bring some of the flooring in at some point so we can start letting it like acclimatise, because you're meant to leave it in the room for like 24 to 48 hours, I think, to let it adjust to the room temperature before you lay it. Anyway, let me take you guys around. I'll show you what all the rubbish is looking like outside. I'll show you the skip bag and we're just gonna crack on. Okay, so this is all the stuff that we've got going on outside. I feel like it looks worse than it actually is because there's not really anything under there. We've just chucked it at a weird place. Basically, I don't think all of this is going to fit in the skip bag whatsoever. We're just going to try and get most of it in, but a lot of the wooden stuff I think we'll just end up taking to the tip in our car. So that looks like a lot, but most of those are just like cabinets that haven't been broken down. So we've got our shower tray, offcuts of tiles, there's like polystyrene in there. You know, like, it looks like a lot, but I think once we get it emptied, it's not too bad. These bags are filled with, like, we've got some lino in that one. Some of them have got bits of, like, tile. Some have just got bits of random crap. There's all sorts going on. And then that pile is, like, a kitchen unit that from our kitchen that we ripped out, broken down. That was the bench that was one of the benches that was left in our garden that's completely rotten. That needs to be broken down. Fence panel that blew down before we even moved in. That needs to be broken down. We've got a toilet in the corner there. So there is a lot out there. I don't think we're gonna fit it all in, but we'll see. Okay, Steve is out of focus. He's breaking down some cardboard. This is our skip bag. Do you want to quickly open this up and show people how big it is? Yeah. So we went with this company called 𝘾𝙀𝙆𝙀. Hippo bag is another one. This one was, the 𝘾𝙀𝙆𝙀 one was like marginally cheaper. And it also says that they like recycle loads of it. So they don't just like fly tip it. That was one thing we were like worried about, but you can I think you could fully lie down in that, can't you? I think it's like 180 centimeters.
It'll be just.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice, yeah, great. Yeah, so it's quite tall. It's not huge. This was the medium sized one. Where's he gone, Rocky? Where's he gone? Do you want to get in?
In there, bud. Still not sure, hey?
Yeah, so I think this was like the midi bag. Oh, guys, that's enough. That's enough. So this was like the midi size one. So there was a smaller one and there was like a larger one as well. Stop. So I think that cost us 150 quid for the bag and the collection. They're going to collect it tomorrow. So the plan is basically we're just gonna, it has to be within 10 meters of the road. So we're gonna back our car up and put it just in front of our garage there. So tomorrow we can just move our car out the way and they can just grab it with their little craney truck thing. It's a bit difficult because our drive isn't flat. So that's why we're putting it closer to the top, because it gets like more slopey going towards the bottom, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more flat at the top. So yeah, we weren't allowed to put it on the road because obviously we don't have a permit. If you get a skip, you have to get the permit to put it on the road. La 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 la. Very boring. So that's why we went with the bag. And it was just, I think it was about 50 quid cheaper for the same size just to get the bag. So yeah, I'm gonna fill this up. Probably just gonna stick you in the window here, do a little time lapse, so you can enjoy us working hard and filling up our skip bag.
Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds.
Right, guys, so we've made a dent. Not as big a dent as we had hoped. So our skip bag is at the end of the drive there. It's all full, ready to go. We moved it to the end of the drive. Do you know what? There was just really confusing messaging on the website. Certain places said 4 to 10 meters, but like some of it said 4 meters. So we measured, well, Steve measured with his steps, and the top of our drive is about 10 meters, but we didn't want to risk it. So we moved it to the end of the road there. So our cars obviously just moved around the corner. We had hoped to make a bigger dent. So like, we've gone all of that bit, all of this bit, the massive shower tray. I think we were a bit disappointed, weren't we, Steve, with like how much we could actually fit in it.
Yeah.
And also I feel like we didn't really read it clearly. So the Hippo bags, which are more of like the market leader, I would say, they're like, oh yeah, rip out a bathroom, put it in, all good. So when we ordered the 𝘰𝘮𝘬𝘏 bag, I think we just kind of assumed it was the same situation, but they actually put a weight limit on the bag, which is 250 kg, which actually isn't that much when you're putting tiles and stuff in it. So we were a bit worried about the weight, to be honest. So we didn't put a lot of like the heavier stuff in that we would have liked to. But it's just, how are you meant to know what 250 kg is? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just impossible to judge it. So I think we've got a couple of little regrets about that bag in particular and like that company. So yeah, all of this wood stuff, we know that we can just put it in our car and take it to the tip. That's not an issue. We don't want to do it right now because obviously we've had rain and it's all wet. So we're going to wait for it to dry out a bit before we do take it. And obviously some of these bags are just filled with like polystyrene and stuff, so it's not too bad. But we will obviously have to get another skip at some point when we rip out our other bathroom. So there's certain things we might just like the toilet, we might put it in the garage for now and just wait until we get a decent sized skip. And I think next time we probably will just get a proper skip and put it on the road, to be honest, and just pay for the permit. But yeah, I feel a little bit deflated. Like, I thought we would have made a bigger dent in it, to be honest, don't you think?
Yeah, it is a little bit frustrating, but like we just had a conversation, haven't we, that we shouldn't have stopped doing regular like trips.
Yeah.
It would have been easier to stick on it, but we know for next time.
Yeah, so when we first started kind of like demoing certain things, Steve was basically doing like 1 or 2 trips, thank you, to the tip a week. But because we had all the stuff outside and we were like, oh, we'll just get a skip and we'll just chuck loads of stuff out there until we get a skip. And because we've not been to the tip for so long and stayed on top of it, it's just piled up. So that's like the biggest mistake we've made, basically. It's just not like stay on top of keeping the rubbish to a low. But anyway, that is that job done. Hopefully they'll take it tomorrow. Like, I am a bit worried about them trying to like just turn up and charge us more or whatever, like, or say it's overfilled. I just feel like the guidelines were just so vague. And it's not that clear as to what you can put in and how much you can put in. It's like, it is clear, but it's also just a bit confusing because we have such a mixed amount of waste. But anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing on. If anyone's used 𝘰𝘮𝘬𝘏 before, like, let me know. Did you have a good experience? Did you have a bad experience? By the time this video goes live, I'm hoping they would have collected it. So yeah, I'll have to let you guys know my honest opinion on what the service is like, because I did have an issue booking the collection, didn't I?
You did.
I couldn't do it online. I had to like message customer service because there was like an issue with their website. God, you were so needy today. Anyway, we're gonna pop to B&Q now. I'm gonna pick up my click and collect order, which is the curtains that I ordered. Don't know what they're gonna turn out like. We're gonna try and grab a curtain track. There's like a double curtain track I've seen there, and it says they have it in store, like in stock. So I'm hoping we're gonna pick that up. I may actually put that up today because like I said, it'll just be nice to have a little bit more coziness back in this room. And I need to return some stuff as well. I ordered like 10 different hose adapter things when I was trying to power wash a patio, so I need to return those as well. But yeah, I think that's everything that we need to get, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
Maybe a coffee as well, who knows?
Yeah, maybe we could get a coffee. Oh, we went to Tim Hortons yesterday, didn't we? Our first Tim Hortons experience was absolutely fantastic, and yesterday was just a bit blah, wasn't it?
It was very blah.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm definitely procrastinating now. I'm putting off going to B&Q, but we are actually going to go now. I don't know if this coffee thing at the neighbours is still on because it's meant to be like a garden thing, and it looks like it could chuck it down.
Yeah, it's not looking great weather-wise, is it? So
no.
We'll figure it out.
Also, please don't judge the state of our house at the moment. It's disgusting. Oh, another thing we need to do is move all of the stuff out of the kitchen that doesn't need to be in there while they're like doing it.
Yeah.
So much to do. Yeah, shut up, Louise, let's go. Right guys, I realised I completely forgot to kind of update you the other day. So the skip bag, obviously we filled that up the other day. That got taken away yesterday. I was really nervous with like the weight of it and stuff. I'm not completely convinced by that service. So online it's kind of advertises and they're going to basically crane it away and blah blah blah. It was two blokes in a little van. They emptied it by hand and just like piled it in the back of this kind of transit van type thing. It was just really bizarre and random. They had to like come up to the house and ask to borrow a hammer to break some of it apart. Like, it was just a bit random. But I was talking to the guy who's fitting our kitchen because he recommended Caerphilly skips to us because we are like Cardiff based. And I kind of said, oh yeah, but like for the same size, it kind of added up. We would have to pay for a permit because I thought our drive was too sloped. Apparently it's not. So yeah, he said that he'd put skips on way worse, that we shouldn't worry about that. So I think next time we will just get a skip. Or we don't have to worry about the permit, we can just put it on the drive. So yeah, I'm not completely convinced about the skip bags, and like obviously our builder said as well that like he had quite a few experiences of them ripping. If you put tiles and stuff in them, they're not completely destructible. Even with the hippo bags, he said he didn't have a great experience. So ours was okay. It was just a bit weird, but I don't think I would use them again. So thought I'd just put that out there as like in case anyone's interested. But anyway, so I popped to B&Q and they didn't have the curtain track that I wanted. So I was hoping that at the weekend we were going to put a curtain track up and get it a bit more cozy in there. But they, despite them saying they had it in stock online, they did not. Well, they had one. They said they had 5 and they only had 1 and it was damaged. So the woman in store was really helpful and basically said that she'd wipe them off the system, which then triggers a delivery to be made, but that won't come in for like at least a week. So I'm kind of like refreshing and seeing when they come in stock. But while we were there, we know that we're definitely going to get that curtain track. It's like a double one. I will put in like a link or a photo or something of what it looks like, because it's like ceiling mounted. We tested out a few of the different whatever these are, they're like gliders, to make sure that we were getting the right ones for what we wanted. So these are the nicest sliding curtain hooks for metal and plastic tracks. We got 4 packs of 20 because it's a big window and we are doing 2 sets of curtains. We may even need more. I think they're only about £3 a pack. And then I picked up my click and collect order, which is these. So these are the 𝘾𝙀 sheer curtains. So it's only one panel in each bag, but they are like the only sheer curtains I could find that would have been wide enough. So our window is 3.8 meters. So obviously I'd run the curtains a little bit wider than that, but each panel is 2.8 meters. So these would be plenty big enough, but I wanted to make sure that even when they were closed, they didn't look stretched out. Do you know what I mean? Like I wanted them to kind of sit nicely even when they were closed. So I did get one out. I'm probably not going to fully get this out now, but they are really, really nice. They're just like a pure white, really simple, I don't know why I'm doing this, you guys can't see. Just like a sheer curtain. So that should help, because our lounge is south facing, should help filter the light really nicely. Just make it a bit more cozy, a bit more private. Like I said, it is really private where we are. We're kind of like up on a slope, and genuinely like you can't really see into our lounge. It's perfect, but it's more of just like I don't know, it just feels more private having something there. So I got 2 packs of those. I think there were 30 in total. I need to sort out what we're doing for curtains, because we definitely want curtains as well. Like I said, it's south facing, and we quite often like to kind of shut everything up and do like a movie like night, or at the weekend just have a chill, and it's nice to kind of have it a bit darker in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do for curtains. We might have to get some custom made, I'm not sure. So we're looking into that now. But today is exciting because we have our tree surgeon coming. So in case anyone hasn't heard me talk about this before, we have this massive oak tree in our garden. It's absolutely beautiful, amazing. Apparently it's like hundreds of years old, and it is protected. So I don't know if you've heard Steve sneezing. Yeah, so it's protected. So we had a tree surgeon come out and look at it because it's quite big. Like the branches are very, very spread out. Some of them are really low hanging, very close to our roof and also our neighbour's roof. We had a tree surgeon come look at it. He was like, I wouldn't be worried about it like falling on your roof or anything. He said it's not hazard in that kind of sense of things, but it hasn't been trimmed back in about 40 years is his kind of guesstimate. So we had to go through the process of getting a survey done on it. That was a couple of £100, getting that sent to the council approved it. So we have the go ahead, like under the TPS, Tree Protection Scheme, to basically trim it back. So the tree surgeon is coming today. It is expensive, guys. Like this is one of the costs that we did not factor in when we moved in here. But I honestly do feel like it needs to be done, because it drops a lot of crap everywhere. It drops a lot of like moss on the roof, and we're obviously having our roof like cleaned this week as well. So I timed this like as close as I could, but trimming the tree back and then spraying the roof. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? It just drops a lot of stuff. Like some of the branches are decayed and they need to be removed for safety reasons, but the ones that are overhanging the house are actually technically okay. But also like it does block out a lot of light. It's so big that like before the leaves appeared, we got so much sun in our garden, and now obviously the leaves are there, we get like half the amount. So it would be nice to kind of claim back some of the sunshine. Obviously it's a beautiful tree and we would never want to get rid of it. We would never be able to get rid of it, even if we wanted to. But yeah, it would be nice to get a good balance of beautiful tree and sunshine in my garden. So yeah, they are coming today. I don't actually know what time. It is 20 to 9 right now. I presume they're going to come at 9. And I find it awkward. I don't want to film people. Like, I just want to let them crack on. But if there's chances for me to go out and film anything as an update, I will try my hardest. If not, I will just check in at the end of the day. They said it's going to be a one-day job. They've got like 5 guys coming, I think. He said one's going to be up the tree on like a line because they can't get a crane to it, like a cherry picker. And then one of them's going to be manning like the line to make sure it doesn't fall off. And they're gonna like chuck stuff down, and like they're basically gonna have a conveyor belt and put it in the chipper. So yeah, I will update you guys when stuff is happening or has happened. Right guys, it has been a long day. It's 6:15. Our kitchen fitter has only just left. So I've been holding off filming a bit of an update until then. The tree, guys, by the way, kitchen stuff, I am filming it. I'm going to do it in a different video because it deserves a different video. Honestly, I'm so excited to show you guys. The tree has been trimmed. They came just after 9. They left, I think, about like 4-ish. So let me quickly show you what it looked like again before. So the main things that kind of worried me were the really, really low limbs, as they call them. They actually, like I said, they actually had a report to follow, so they did follow that, but there were some branches that they didn't originally think they were going to have to take off that they did take off because there was damage to them. So that was something that was specified in the report, that it was like they basically had to decide while they were up there. So they've been very sympathetic in the fact that they've kept it a really nice round kind of ball, and it looks absolutely stunning. We've put in the footage now of what it looks like, but the limbs that were originally really, really close to the roof have been lifted all the way up. So there is so much clearance between the tree and the roof. I don't know how clear it is in the footage, but before, the kind of crown of the tree, as they call it, which is like just the big ball bit on top, was completely over our roof, whereas now it kind of like ends just as our roof ends. So they're like, there's literally no kind of hazard to our roof whatsoever. Not that it caused a great threat to begin with, but they said it will help a lot with like the moss that's on the roof. It won't drop as much stuff on the roof, all of that, and we should be getting a lot more sun. So they actually took off far more than I thought they would. Even when they first turned up, I was like, I know it says that you're meant to take off X amount of meters, but I was like, I can't think how that's gonna look. It's different when you're obviously up there. Like, how am I meant to know what is 1 meter, 2 meters from down here? So yeah, they've actually taken off more than I thought they were going to take off, and I think they took off more than they thought they were going to take off as well. But they're really nice guys in the fact that their main prerogative is to like keep the tree healthy and make sure it's all safe, and obviously it's necessary to trim it, but they were like, we under no circumstances would over trim it because that would be bad for the tree. So yeah, really happy that that is done. Obviously we've got some downtime tomorrow where nothing is happening, and then the day after we have our kitchen fitters are coming back just to finish off some little bits. We are having our roof sprayed, and I'm hoping it's going to get coated, but I think that is very much weather dependent, and I think it's meant to rain on Friday, which is when we've got it booked in to coat. So TBD on that. Not really sure, but obviously I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'm trying to do a lot more kind of updates as we go along on my Instagram as well, so if you haven't checked out my Instagram, I will leave the link on the screen here. I'm trying to do the finger thing, but Milo's led on me. But yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and follow on for lots more exciting content. I'm going to go into the kitchen right now and film a little update because a lot happened today. So I will catch you guys in the next one.